All right, this one's been a long time coming. All right, so I bought this way back at the same time I bought X. Right, why I watched them after each other. I planned on watching this then. Right, I watched X. I did my little, you know, first thoughts kind of thing. I said I would review it fully in October, which I just did. If you're watching this, go watch that review. But technically, it's still September. We're at the end of September right now. I'm recording this. It is the last Monday of September. Actually, I'm recording this. But yeah, but I didn't watch this. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna actually wait until October or when I record these. Uh, I'm glad I did because this movie was pretty good. Uh, Plot crunch is that the Foo Fighters are being pressured by their manager, played by Jeff Garlin, to put forth their 10th album. So they decide to get away from it all, go to this house, and try to record there. But unbeknownst to them, there's some dark, evil spirit, ghost, demon thing that takes over Dave Grohl, and basically he starts hunting down, killing people while trying to finish this song. Yeah. Uh, so first of all, a couple things. This movie was directed by, doesn't say on the thing, DJ BJ BJ McDonald. BJ McDonald, who directed Hatchet 3, which I didn't particularly care for, but it's fine. Better than Victor Crowley, that's for sure. And he did a good job with this. The opening theme song, it sounded really good, and I'm like, this sounds almost like it's a John Carpenter theme. Sure enough, John Carpenter wrote the theme music for this, and he makes a cameo. Caught me by surprise. I'm like, is that John Carpenter? Yes, it was. So yeah. So like I said, the band, they need to find. They're being pressured by their manager, played by Jeff Garlin, and he goes, you know what? He calls Barb and says, we need a place to put them here. Are you thinking where I'm thinking? This woman Barb was played by Leslie Grossman, who I know from the show What I Like About You. She was in that. And so they set him up at this house. So they have to get in there. Like one of the production crew guys gets electrocuted right away, and they're like, "Okay, I think we're done." And Dave's like, "No, we can keep doing this. No crew could have wanted us to keep going." And they're like, "Okay." One thing I'll say is that I think each and every member of the band, they're not actors. They're all members of the band play themselves. Oh, I should also mention, rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins, the the drummer for this band. Excuse me. Yeah. Rest in peace. He died shortly after this movie was released. So yeah, that sucks. It was really weird too. I think I bought this movie, and then the news came out that he passed away. I'm like, jeez. But all the band members do a really good job. Especially, Dave, Taylor, and Pat. They all do a really good job. They're like the best. Oh, and Rami. Rami's like one of the best in this. All he wants to do is get laid by the next door neighbor lady, who's played by Whitley Cummings, in a role that, yeah, it's pretty much that. She's this horny neighbor who wants to get with one of them, and Rami's the one who keeps on hitting on her. And, like, she brings over lemon squares and shit, and then she basically tells them, oh, there's something going on in this house. We actually start with like a little cold open with Jenna Ortega running from someone who's not, we don't see their face. Then she gets killed right away. We find out later that she was part of the band, and that the person that killed her was the lead singer, who was taken over by this demon. I don't necessarily know why it didn't work. Maybe because he killed the last of the band, so there's no one left left to finish the song. I'm guessing, but the kills in this are actually pretty good. Chris gets like grilled on the grill. Will Forte gets the decapitated fucking decapitation. He gets decapitated by an unseen person who we don't see. He's this delivery guy who wants to deliver a demo to the guys, of course, but and he gets decapitated. And the next day, it's like there's a thing the day before where Dave's basically eating a raw steak, and he's like, maybe I should take the grill next time. He's like, yeah, okay, just eat mine raw, okay? He's like, yeah. The communist is pretty good, I would say, but yeah, and then Chris gets grilled, and then it's revealed that it's Dave Grohl doing it, because pretty obvious it was him, but yeah. Then that's when Whitney Cummings' character comes over and tells the other three, hey, there's something going on. Or other four, excuse me. Hey, there's something going on. And so she and Rami take off. He's like, oh, I better stay behind and make sure you're safe. And then the other two... No, not... Hold on. He gets... the other three. Oh! Taylor goes to record his drum solo and keeps purposely messing it up to keep Dave distracted while the other two look for the book in the basement. Because earlier, when Dave gets possessed, he goes down to the basement. He finds like dead raccoons and shit. And then like he gets possessed by this thing. So, yeah. And at one point he wants to record like a 38-minute song and release it. And they're like, you're not really thinking about releasing a 38-minute song. No. Much longer than that. Think like 2111 means 2111. I'm like, what? I don't know what that means, but okay. So yeah, and they go down, they try to find a book. They do, and eventually, he kills Taylor, unfortunately. Decapitation again with a fucking symbol. Just like, I finished. He gives him a symbol. Just finish the fucking song. They say the F word like every 5 minutes in this thing. And he finished it there, finishes it, and then just takes the fucking symbol and decapitates him against the wall. It's fantastic. But not as fantastic as the kill. I think it's before this, actually, where you have Whitney Cummings and Rami, and they're just like fucking in the bed. But it's one of those scenes where, Whitney Cummings, she didn't want to be nude. So she's got the bra on, and you just see Rami get in the bed with his banana hammock on, or whatever the fuck it is, this little tight little underwear, and they just start going at it. And then Dave is under the bed. He revs up the freaking... There's a chainsaw. It goes through her head, into his head, and fucking glorious. If Dead Meat covers this movie one day and doesn't put this as the Golden Chainsaw Award. This is literally a chainsaw kill. I don't know what I would do. Okay? I'd be done with the channel. I don't know. Probably not. But I'm just saying. I'd be disappointed. So it's down to the remaining two. Pat and the other guy whose name I don't remember. Basically, they're able to get the demon out of him by putting him in a thing of holy water in a swimming pool, I guess. And it works. And he pukes up this demon thing. They're able to get out of there. And then a car pulls up. Out comes these two druid-like people in hoods, revealed to be the manager, Jeff Garlin, and Bard. And so, yeah. And basically, manager says, you gotta finish the song. I'm trying for 20 years to finish this song. So apparently must have been another incident before 1993, after 1993, excuse me, after 1993 or 98, whatever it was, to make it, there had to be at least something that happened in 2002. Then it was 20 years. And then Bob shows up, and there's an incident where Pat's trying to start the thing underneath. Like, why are you underneath the car trying to jumpstart? You could do it inside. You just thing. Why are you underneath? Only for the kill that happened, because one guy freaks out, drives, Pat gets killed, and then hits Barb, and Barb kills him, and he dies beside Barb dies beside him. So basically, yeah, that. But yeah, and then the manager eventually convinces Dave. He's like, "You're not Dave anymore. We can start your solo career." And if it's one thing that I could say is kind of negative, it's the ending. I understand that pretty much all the band. It would have been better if all the bandmates died, because you know this isn't real life. And if Dave Grohl ended up dead, he's like, "You finished the song, didn't you? You finished the song." So what if instead of Dave deciding he's going to go on a solo tour and become possessed again, he went in and burned the song, causing his own death? You know, saving the world, but now the whole world's going to be damned. So I don't know. This is pretty good. I like the stylistic choices. I thought that like the song they played was actually pretty cool. And the gore is fantastic. I don't understand why poor Pat had to sleep on a kitchen counter. They didn't have enough places for him to sleep. I don't know. It's a running joke that he doesn't have a place to sleep, so he like sleeping on it. He's sleeping on the kitchen counter, and then when Barb walks in, she thinks he's dead. But here's the thing. If she's a part of it, and she thinks he's dead, why is she still in an act? Because maybe she thinks that he died before the song could be finished. I don't know. Will Forte's character is obsessed with bringing them ranch. I know an 11-year-old kid who is obsessed with ranch. Being my boy, my son, he loves ranch. I think he can get a kick out of that. But, yeah. I'm going to say it's pretty good. I enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty good. It's not great, but you're not going into a Foo Fighters movie expecting a masterpiece, all right? So for what it was pretty good. So now we move on to a vampire flick. That's all I'll say. But starring Josh Hartnett. There, you happy? Until then, what are your thoughts on Studio 666? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.